Welcome to Our Mom Critiques Wildbow, a proud member of the Doof Network. In this podcast, my sister and I force our mother to read Pale, Wildbow's longest work. I'm Jenny, and Malia convinced me to read more.
I'm Malia, and Jenny convinced me to read everything else.
And I'm their mom, and I have concerns about Wildbow's fashion sense.
This episode, we are covering the first half of Arc 5, Back Away.
In 5.A, Clem gets a disturbing package in the mail and agrees to do her landlord a favor, road tripping with a strange man and the most annoying person she knows. Annoying is too mild of a term, I think, for that. She narrowly avoids a car accident, finds a bloody cube of red fur wrapped in trash bags, and loses track of her companion.
In 5.B, Daniel explores a strange new town and abducts some residents. He meets some magical folk in a cave, injures one, and escapes from the others.
5.B Extra. We get a look at Sharon's phone as she explores Kennet. Sharon gets dumped and stumbles upon Kennet's perimeter, partially destroying it in the process.
In 5.1, Lucy and Verona worry about Avery, who they can't reach on their phones, and their futures. The goblins decide to scare the crap out of them. They hitch a ride with Matthew and Edith and find Avery. They then decide to split up to deal with the Aware. Avery after Clem, Verona after Sharon, and Lucy after Daniel. Daniel fucks shit up even more and runs farther into Kennet.
In 5.2, Verona is scared out of her skin by Alpy when she lands on Matthew's truck. They discuss Melissa and if she might be able to do any magic. They come across an old man other who is trying to get into Kennet. Verona gets dragged into a nightmare where she's an older version of herself, outpaced by Avery and Lucy and a drug-addicted Melissa. They deal with the other and realize that the perimeter has been broken and more are coming through. Verona is left to deal with Sharon and the police.
In 5.2 Extra Materials, we see Avery's notes on the fairy courts and goblins.
And last not least, 5.3. Verona is attacked by the ghost of an angry old woman who is scared off by the police and Sharon. Verona makes friends with a nameless goblin and a woman covered in eyes and hanging skin. Verona messes with Sharon, who threatens her with a gun. Super stable. John knocks her unconscious, and Verona takes the opportunity to check her phone. So, Mom, what did you think of these chapters?
I would just say intense, as always. It's always my answer. So, and some parts were a little too gross, and that's usually my answer too. Yeah.
Do you want to elaborate on that? Or
No.
are you going to talk about it more later?
No, we'll get into it later. Yeah.
You're like, you're just not going to...
Yeah, I can't talk about it. Yeah.
It's too painful. Okay.
Right. So do you think, considering what's gone down so far, that Lucy, Verona, and Avery made the right decision in coming back to Kennet to deal with the three Aware people instead of staying at school?
Oh, sure. I mean, that's what they would do. They can't, it's fear of missing out, right? So they go over and they want to make sure that.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Fear of missing out.
That's what it is. Yeah. It's FOMO. They're just like, we might miss something really good. I mean, somebody with just a dress made up of eyeballs or something might be hanging out, or, people might be shooting at each other, or who knows what kind of stuff. There's cool stuff that happens. Yeah.
Yeah. That's so cool. So cool. So Verona struggles a lot in this section, wanting to become a cat and escape her home life, living through a nightmare where her friends have left her behind, and she's become addicted to drugs. What advice would you give to Verona if she came to ask you for some?
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to even give advice to Verona, except it's a lot of this stuff boils back to her dad, who is just crazy and a really bad person. I mean, it's bad enough to live with a bad person, but if it's your dad, that's got to really be difficult. Verona's really strong. She's got a few more years if she can do, but that's actually a really long time, So, I think it would be great if she could find somewhere else to live. I mean, just move in with Avery. Nobody will even know There's so many people running around that place, or maybe Lucy or something. But her dad is just so toxic and self-centered. I feel bad for
Mhm.
her.
Who's the best kind of bad person to live with? 'Cause you said that her dad is, like, the worst 'cause it's her dad, so who would be the best kind of toxic person to live with?
Oh,
And yes,
like
I know that's a weird question.
like somebody visiting you for a week, or if
Mhm.
a roommate is not very good because they're probably going to be there for a while.
Mm.
But yeah, visitors, because you can kind of, they're going to leave, and
Mhm.
Like, hmm,
I mean, is that
like,
what you're
someone
asking?
in your yeah, and it's a weird question, but I'm rolling with it. So yeah, like, family, or I guess maybe the best one would be, like, an Airbnb guest or something, staying in a
I
cottage,
feel
you
like
know?
that'd be scary if they were,
Yeah,
like, real creepy.
that's true, but then you could ban them, whereas if it was family,
Oh,
Mm.
that's
then,
true.
like, they'd keep coming back, or if they're a friend.
No, you just
Somebody that,
lie
like,
about the availability, like, "Oh, darn, we'd love to see you, but we're booked up again all April." And,
well, couldn't you, like, say, like, look at them and be like, I haven't used Airbnb app, but I'm assuming that if you own a property, you can choose to not ever book someone again.
I think so.
Oh,
That
sure.
makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah, so,
we've got choices.
alright,
It's okay.
got choices. Alright, I know that was a weird question.
Yeah, it's just hard when you're a teenager, isn't it? I mean, you're really stuck. You're
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
just you're stuck there. All teenagers are mad about that. I mean, they all want to drive and do their own thing, and you live with these other people that aren't perfect at all. They might be paying your room
Mhm.
and board, but still uh, you know, they're really a pain to live with, and you just have to put up with it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty
Well,
much
what do you guys
yeah,
don't
that's
need to be
true.
so agreeable. I was thinking of my parents, not you guys and your perfect mom and dad. Jeez, that's
They're
pretty
pretty
funny.
solid.
Yeah, yeah.
I will say, like, yeah, I don't know, now I'm realizing I mean, I know my kids are very, very young, but I'm like, "Wow, there's a lot of it's a lot harder." Uh, at least so far, my kids are so little. Although you have to admit, they have, like my kids have so much energy, and I know everyone says that, but, like, they have my mother-in-law, she took care of 4 boys, like, 4 boys, and she still says that, like, our kids are crazy, and she gets, like, she was exhausted.
Well, I'm so glad
So,
I heard that because I
just
was there a couple weeks ago and I was wiped out. I was exhausted, and yeah, I don't even know what to say. Those kids are crazy, Jen. Yep.
they're crazy. I don't know
Yeah,
where the energy comes from.
got
I
me.
mean, Lily keeps eating, so that's probably where she eats everything, you
Because
know?
it's nothing. So I
He
don't
eats
know.
nothing, but he still finds reserves and, like, I don't know, just stubbornness. I don't know. There's whatever.
Ugh,
But
it's
anyway.
rough.
Yeah. But thinking about the future, um, I was curious, where do you see each of the Kenneters in 10 years? I want a best case scenario and a worst case scenario, and kind of like what do you think is likely to happen?
Oh, this is one of those fun questions. So, best case scenario,
Sorry,
I
I
put
just
Oh my
went
Verona
god,
over
these
as
are
a
incredible.
park. What do you? I didn't even say
Sorry.
it yet. Okay,
Okay,
Verona
yeah.
sorry, we
is
read
a
them.
Keep it
park
in.
ranger at Yellowstone. I could just see it. Can't you guys? I mean, honestly, she's
Why?
perfect. Why?
I
She's
wouldn't
such
lie.
a
That's not what I
she's
would have thought.
like practically a cat anyway. I mean, and she'd be such an animal advocate. Yeah, and she'd keep
Hmm.
all those dumb tourists that are walking up to the buffaloes and all that. She'd keep them in line, you know, but she'd thrive in that. She'd be great.
I
Yeah.
feel like I don't think of, like, outdoorsy when I
She's
think of Verona, but
really? She's the cat person. I mean,
I'm not
she
saying
likes
it's
to
wrong. I'm
climb
just
trees and
that's true.
yeah, no.
Okay,
This would be good.
cool.
Okay,
Okay,
Lucy, I don't know where I'm not even going to elaborate on this one, but she's going to be Black Lives Matter president. Okay, just
okay.
because.
Cool.
Yeah, because she's dealt with some things and she has strong opinions and she's a solid, she could stand up to anybody, I think.
I think so.
Okay. And then Avery, I know this is random, but she's quite athletic and fast and all this. I think she's going to be a judge on Dancing with the Stars. Can't you see it? Isn't that fun? You know that you can see that. Come on, Malia.
She's very athletic.
Okay, just to make it clear, that's the best case scenario for Avery.
There's no other world.
That's dream.
That's her best life. She's gonna be a judge on Dancing with the Stars.
Are you saying she could do better? I think it's a fun life. You're such a weirdo, Jen. Okay, let's get to worst case. You guys ready?
Oh God, yeah.
Okay, so Verona's going to be on death row for killing her father.
Oh my God.
Look, if you guys can read this book, you can handle that.
Do they have death row in Canada?
I mean, maybe fictional Canada. I don't know. But
I don't know.
Maybe that's even worst case. Like she get.
Oh right, they'll instate the death penalty.
Yeah, exactly.
Who? What?
Or she'll kill them in America or somewhere, and they'll. I don't know.
Yeah, we're going for worst case, so we'll find it.
Absolute got it. Yep.
Okay. And then just because I was on a roll with this, Lucy, she's going to be on death row for killing Paul. Because I couldn't think of anything else. What happens? I'm sorry.
Okay, who's Avery on death row for?
Okay, no, Avery is lost on the Forest Ribbon Trail forever.
Yeah,
she can't find her way out of there.
That's pretty bad. Sorry, I'm just going back to Verona, the best case. Yellowstone. Park Ranger at Yellowstone. I'm just like, what does that have to do with, like, in terms of, like, where's the place with the most cats? You know? Like, okay, here's a question. And, like, you have to tell me if this would be more like best case this is a serious question. Okay. You have to tell me whether you think this would be more best case or more worst case scenario. If Verona replaced the Tiger King.
Oh man, that is so the best. Oh, that's awesome. I didn't even think of that. Okay, you beat me, Jen. That's it. We should put them all on TV. She's going to be the Tiger King. Avery's going to be the Dancing with the Stars. And where's Lucy going to be on TV?
She can have a talk show.
Oh my gosh.
So, like, replace Oprah or something.
Yeah, she could be the new Judge Judy. She could be
Judge Judy. That'd be fun.
God, Judge Judy is so mean. Have you guys listened to that?
How is that mean? No, I haven't in a while.
Judy,
but
she's mean. Yeah, she turned kind of old and bitter.
Hey, but she doesn't take people's crap, and she tells you how it is.
Nobody, not even a little bit. I mean, dang. Okay, but
I'm also just gonna throw it out there. Maybe having like the best case scenario all be connected to television isn't the best. I think maybe there's something off about that. So I feel like that can't be the best case. Like that just can't be.
Yeah, but I think
it's interesting that like
this is mom's truth, Jen.
Hey, no, that's fine. But I get to have questions, you know. So I also think it's where do you fit practice into these?
Right. Will they be doing magic?
Oh, brother. Okay, let's think about it. That would really be better if they could do magic. Because wouldn't it be better for all of us if we could do magic, except that everybody else could do it back to us, and that wouldn't be so cool.
I think that's like the question that this book is posing, Mom. Is like, is this worth it?
Well, I'd say maybe. I don't know. I like it because it's Park Ranger. I mean, just think what you could. You know, if you really like somebody, you could stop them from. Okay, I'm not doing the tiger guy now. I'm doing the Park Ranger. So
that's fine.
You know, she could stop the buffalo from mauling the little girl. You know, but she could also, you know, make some jerk face sprain his ankle in a gopher hole or whatever they have there.
Wow.
Do they have gophers in Yellowstone? They might.
I have no idea.
I don't know. But probably. I don't know. I don't even know what they have here. I mean, I do, but
yeah. But anyway, and then Lucy, Black Lives Matter, or the talk show. That's the best. Oh, wouldn't that be fun? Does Lucy have a sense of humor? It would be really fun if she has this hidden sense of humor where she has people on talk shows, because she doesn't seem like she does. She's way too serious. But you could do little Ellen pranks on them, you know? And Yeah,
I
maybe
think
not.
Verona's pretty good at getting her to loosen up. I feel like Verona teases her a bit. So
Okay.
if you had with the right co-host or whatever.
Sorry, this
Yeah,
is
but that
I'm
would be
interrupting
fun.
you just to tell you
Okay.
that Yellowstone has pocket gophers.
That sounds so cute.
Ooh.
It does sound cute. They're 6 to 10 inches long, and 2.6 to 6.3 ounces. So
Oh.
little teeny. They fit in your pocket, and they're little adorable gophers. So
That's the kind of pet you two would bring home. That's all I want to say. You never got normal pets. You always got like rats or
we
something.
got a dog.
Well,
They
yeah,
were
you got a
mice.
dog, but then you had like a man-eating chameleon thing.
A man is a
Liz,
Jackson
remember
chameleon.
Liz?
I feel
Yeah.
like Liz was like,
A
somebody was
Jackson
like,
chameleon,
we
yeah.
found this chameleon and it's gonna die, have it. And we were like, okay.
Yeah,
That
and we
wasn't
didn't
us
kill
being
it.
like,
We did pretty well with it.
oh, she lasted a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then Dad
Yeah.
decided to let her out into the backyard because apparently people just do that with Jackson chameleons in Hawaii.
I guess. And then we never saw her again.
Which,
That was
No,
kind
but
of
that
sad.
makes
she is a
sense.
chameleon.
I'm sorry.
So
Oh,
Uh-huh.
I mean,
that's a good one.
I mean, it's true though. I mean, who knows? She could have thrived. She could be living. I mean,
sorry,
she can't be
stop.
living now, but she'd have the longest life ever. But she was
That's
probably
a
living
great
her
one.
best life.
Okay, we should, we get stuck on these things.
Okay, no,
and
but
we
I
don't-
want something. What's a little bit more realistic? Like, what do you think will actually kind of happen? Like,
Really?
so they'll be 23 or 24.
Like, where
so
will they
probably like
actually
just
be?
out of college. Yeah.
Okay, realistically,
She's
Verona
gonna be a
is gonna be a
24-year-old
cat.
judge on Dancing with the Stars. Sorry.
No, Verona's going to be a cat. I don't have any hope for her. I'm sorry. She's
my
got the worst on. I'm
Okay.
trying to keep it together and be hopeful, but when you told me what's realistically going to happen,
Yeah,
and
okay, she's gonna be a
realistically
cat.
in this book, she's going to turn into a cat, and she'll be pretty happy.
Okay. Is she gonna be an inside or outside cat?
Oh, she'll be both because she'll be hanging out with the other two.
Mhm,
She's
mhm.
not. I mean, she
Okay.
can take off if she wants, but she's still in their lives. It's still a
Okay.
threesome there. So that's good. Lucy, what's Lucy going to do? I don't know. You guys help me with her.
Well, so will she have gone to college?
Oh yeah, I think so. She's
What do you think she would have studied?
she'd be a dang lawyer probably. A really
So maybe she'd be in law
tough
school.
lawyer. What?
Maybe she'd be in law school, like her first or second year.
Yeah, and she'd totally. She's going to be one of those lawyers, not with contracts or something, but definitely one of the kind that is in front of the courtroom, just slamming down her hand like
trial lawyer.
objection!
Yeah,
Yeah, that
yeah. You
kind.
don't say it like that because judges get mad. But yeah,
You don't?
no.
Dang, what's the point? Malia, you passed the bar and everything, and you're not supposed to do that?
I know.
They should give you
supposed
guys
to
all
be-
gavels. That would be the best.
No.
That's for the
Who doesn't want Malia to have a gavel? I'm so proud of her.
I mean,
Interesting.
I think she needs one.
maybe just in her day-to-day life,
Just sort of have one.
Yeah, well, yeah,
Just
that's fair.
just for household things. I object, Ben.
Like, Ben,
Actually, yeah.
I want milk chocolate chip ice cream, not this
That'll be
vanilla junk. Yeah,
that'll be a wedding gift from me to you. I'll get you an engraved gavel.
I like that.
Perfect.
Okay, so that's Lucy. Avery, what would Avery realistically be? Doggone it. I guess a PE teacher.
Damn. Okay.
Dang. You just do not have high hopes for these girls. Jeez. The PE teacher. Dancing with the Stars.
That
Or
actually
Lost.
fits with her pretty well. I
That
don't
is
know.
better than Dancing with the
Look,
Stars,
when
but
I was in school, I thought it would be really cool to be a PE teacher. I mean, who wants to teach math or, science? You have to set up all those experiments. Home ec, people are running over their fingers with the sewing needle. It's just, although you guys probably don't have that anymore. Sorry. But which you
this
should.
is nothing against yeah, that's
Oh,
true. This is nothing against PE teachers. It's just Avery, with all her magic and her love for traveling and other things. It's just
Okay, put her in
She
the
does
Olympics
really like
then.
sports.
she does like sports.
Ooh. Okay.
But
Also, Mom,
depending on where
are your headphones on?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
oh my gosh.
Can you turn
Okay.
those on?
Turn the damn headphones on. What's wrong with you? How many of these
No,
things
there's a switch on the side
guys.
of your headphones.
Oh yeah. God.
Oh, shit.
So what happens? Power on.
Yay.
I can't hear you.
That's great.
You just
You
said
can't
yay.
hear us?
You can't hear us?
I can hear you on there, but not on here.
Oh.
So it was on and you turned it off now.
No, it's coming through her computer. It's been coming through her computer the whole time. She's just been wearing those on her head.
You're so mean to your mom, Malia. You guys tell Malia not to be. Do you guys need? I can hear you guys. Can we continue?
But we can hear I can hear an echo sometimes, which is the problem.
We've done this before, like 20 times.
Yeah, and you never charge your damn headphones.
No, it was.
Well, plug it into your computer. Plug it in to your computer.
Was your computer on?
Well, when it's on, it's on. It's usually on, but it's been plugged in for 2 months.
Is the audio thingy plugged into your computer? Like the audio jack?
Look for all the cords, see if there's any open cords.
There's one cord on the floor, but that was the one that was plugged in.
Okay, so what is your thing plugged into now? That white wire that's coming from your headphones.
Plugged into my microphone right there.
Okay, and your microphone's...
But you can't hear us through that.
Right.
Plug it into your computer.
Really?
Yep.
It's like a surprise every time.
Did somebody say something?
Us? We said something.
Hello.
That's awesome.
Okay,
yeah,
great.
You sound better already. Shocking.
Now I can't hear you. Jenny, talk.
Hello.
See?
Hello.
See
what? You can't hear me?
Now.
Wait, can you hear us? Can you hear me? Why did you act like it worked when it didn't work?
I know.
I can hear you guys laughing. You guys are rotten.
Here, turn it up. Turn up your computer.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, turn up your. Mom.
Turn up the volume. Plug it back in and turn the volume up.
Okay, talk.
It's going to be just the whole 20 minutes.
Hi, we're talking.
I can hear you.
Like, oh,
really?
That's great. Congratulations.
You're not lying this time for no reason.
It's totally in my ears.
Cool.
I'm so happy for you. Wow.
Oh, are you guys going to fire me? Just like Dad.
I mean, we can't.
You're the whole reason people listen to this
Dad
show.
do it?
No, he couldn't. I asked him to. He wouldn't fire me.
He would just get on a tangent about like some weird.
Remember when I was? Yeah. Remember when you guys know this? I was the nurse in his office, and it was painful because he's so dang, demanding and has to have stuff just perfect before he went into a patient's room. And we were waiting for the X-ray report, and I called the Maui Medical Group like 7 times. I'm like, please fax it over right now. I'm waiting right by the fax machine. And they'd be like, we've done it like 3 times. We'll do it again, because we know Dr. Hamilton. So they did it, and then I'd be like, I still didn't get it. And finally, after for at least 20 minutes or something, Dad comes out in front. So he goes, where is it? I need that dang, X-ray. And I'm like, I don't know. I've been waiting for them. So he goes over to the Xerox machine and opens it. He's like, there's no paper. And I'm like, well, fire me. And then all the people in the waiting room were just laughing because I am so different from him, And he wouldn't fire me. He's like, yeah, whatever. Oh, God. So that's my story. Well, so I'm asking you guys to fire me too, and you won't. So
you're usually good at trying at weaponized incompetence.
You're really good at that.
Yeah, I mean, you're not incompetent, but there's certain things that that you don't like to do, and you're really just good at.
There's certain things, that I have a mental block against. I can't think of what right now.
I thought yeah.
Yeah, the main one I remember is when we went on that RV trip.
And
you were trying to because you have to hook up.
Oh man!
I guess your sewage tank to, I guess the main tank at the RV stop, and so Mom was supposed to do it, and she started waving the damn hose around.
Everybody else you guys made such a stink about it,
I mean, it worked. We went around.
Yeah,
you're waving the poop
do it. Wow. No, I mean, you guys wouldn't do it. I'm like, God, I'll just do it. It's not that terrible. And so, but the trouble was there was this It was a hose with water. It didn't have poop in it. But the trouble
No,
was when
it was a poop one.
Are you kidding? I don't know. I don't think so. But whatever
No,
it was,
yeah, of course you
it
don't.
started coming out
We remember.
really it started coming out really fast. And so the hose started just going, wow, 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 waving all over the sky.
It wasn't
everybody was
dramatic,
screaming.
but
Yeah, it was dramatic. It was traumatic and dramatic. It was bad. And so, so everybody fired me from that job, which was fine with me.
Yeah.
So every other,
I know it was fine with you. You planned it.
I did.
That was your plan.
Like,
yes,
right.
you did.
Like, I'm going to do that on purpose. Are you crazy?
Yeah, it was really smart, but really irritating because me and Malia were stuck with it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh gosh, I didn't plan it.
Thanks a lot. It's such a lie. You're smarter than you act. It's just like Nani, our old dog. Like she would act really dumb so that she could get away with like a bunch of crap. And that's kind of what you do.
Naughty.
You're calculating.
Yeah.
Very
I
calculated.
wish I was that smart. I wish I was.
Let's see. It's all part of the act, guys. She can't like admit it because
it never happened.
It literally happened. You just told a story about it. You said that. Well, the last thing I remember is you basically said that Avery might go to the Olympics, which was insinuating that was like the middle of the road, and you still think the best case scenario is her being a judge on Dancing with the Stars.
Hey, you know what? I'd be so proud of you guys. So don't.
Would you?
Yeah.
Would you? Okay.
Well, it's kind of cool.
I mean, I'm proud. I've got a nurse.
I mean, the bar's lower than I thought.
And I've got a lawyer, but no, Dancing on the Stars, I'd be telling people. No.
On the Stars would be pretty cool because then you'd be in space. You'd be in, no, probably not dancing on the stars, but that would be what the show is called because, it matches the most to Dancing with the Stars. But it'd be a like intergalactic dance competition.
Oh, God, you guys. Okay, next question.
That would be pretty sweet.
Oh, brother.
Oh, jeez. Okay. Out of these three, Daniel, Clem, and Sharon, would you least want to deal with?
Okay, it hands down is Sharon. She's just totally irritating. I don't know what it is. I mean, she's probably going to harm. She's probably going to harm. Well, just her whole personality and the video thing but she probably would harm you the least to everybody. But I just don't like her. I couldn't stand being around her.
Maybe physically, mentally, I don't know.
Yeah. Do you guys
she's
agree?
a lot.
She's a lot.
Yeah.
I mean,
Daniel's also a lot, but
he's like a fun.
Yeah. He's a fun a lot, and he can't help himself. Somebody needs to help Daniel.
No.
But anyway.
Yeah, Sharon just is like terrible.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I didn't like.
So also in this section, Verona talks to Alpi about taking her as a familiar. Which kind of other would you take as a familiar and why?
Okay, I was thinking about this. I think I take John because John is he is solid and can take care of things. I mean, he's kind of non-emotional. He doesn't have a lot of drama, I don't think, like all these others. He's just you see what you see is what you get with him. It's just and I think he'd be a good friend to have, good guy to have on your side.
That's who I picked.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How about you, Malia?
I've picked people you haven't met yet.
That's not fair. Jenny and I'll fight over John. Can we both have him?
No.
Probably not.
Really? This is the land of magic.
Yeah.
Can't we all
it's like a serious promise and bond, and so
I don't think there's
you and that person are bonded.
Mm-hmm.
Like, can you ever erase it? Like, just kidding. Like, try it for 3 months.
No,
you can't.
Oh, that's rough. I still
like John. You can't get divorced or anything.
Wow. Okay.
It's a big deal.
Well, I'm okay waiting for the other ones that come up, but that's interesting.
I mean, luckily it's fiction, so we don't actually have to fight. But
I know. See, in my head, this book gets way too real, and that bothers me.
Yeah,
it does.
It's great. It gets in there.
All right, we're gonna go on to our listener questions.
Woo.
So, Megafire asks, "You've now met Sharon, Daniel, and Clem. Which of those three are you most concerned about and or for?
Okay. I'll just talk about all of them. Sharon, she's just a pain. And so
Mm-hmm.
I guess I'm not that concerned about her. I just well, I
She'll
just
be
don't
fine.
like her. She's fine, yeah. And Daniel, I'm really concerned about Daniel. He's really kind of innocent in a sweet sort of way, but he's so much trouble. Oh man. So he's going to get himself in trouble. And then Clem, she's probably okay, I think, but she's a danger to everyone around her. So I don't know. I'm not sure what's going to happen with them.
It sounds like Daniel and Clem. So I guess if you had to pick one of those two, like in terms of being most concerned about,
Oh, really?
or for.
Oh, I say Daniel.
Just, I mean, if you can.
Daniel.
Okay.
He's because he doesn't know how to handle stuff. Yeah. Or he's too innocent or something. Yeah.
Well, Captain Rhino asks, if you had to go on a road trip with Clem, Daniel, and Sharon, what would you do to pass the time in the car?
We'd all sing, of course.
What would you sing?
Oh, I knew you were going to ask that. My gosh. I think it'd be kind of fun, even though Sharon's not my favorite. It'd be kind of fun to rotate songs and let them, and let everybody suggest one, Yeah.
So what do you think that they would suggest?
Oh, that's gee, Jen, you asked me these questions. Okay, let me think. Sharon, what would she do? I can't even think of any songs now.
She
100 bottles of beer on the wall. That's about as irritating as you can get.
That actually makes a lot of sense. I feel like that's actually kind of perfect for
a great one.
Why?
It's terrible. Because she's
right, she's irritating.
She's so irritating. Have you guys ever been on a school bus and got all the way to 100 on that? I mean, I have.
No.
From San Francisco.
I feel like
that's when we used to take field trips, and we go all the way to San Francisco as a 2-hour drive from Modesto, when I was small. And and you get all the way.
What do you do at the end of that?
Well, some horrible boy that you can't stand tries to start it over. So that's one thing you can do. And then you could do we are the Mustangs, mighty Mustangs, or whatever you do, and you could do that about 100 times. I mean, really, nobody ever did good songs.
So just really irritating songs.
Yeah, they're all irritating.
Okay. If you had to pick, what about Daniel? I feel like it'd be something whimsical or like.
Oh, I do too. Like whimsical and fun. What's a fun, like the butterfly, that song, Dragonflies or Butterflies or whatever that little happy song is.
I have no idea.
Reading Rainbow song?
No, Jenny always had that song all the time on her. You played it with you.
Oh, you're talking about Fireflies?
Yeah.
By Owl City?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a nice song.
That's a nice one.
That's a nice one. So he'd do a nice one.
For some reason, this doesn't quite fit him, but in terms of like his mind, I just thought of I Am the Walrus.
Actually, I like that. I think, yeah.
I don't know. That'd be awful. That's funny though.
And then just what about Clem?
Do I have to do Clem? Okay. I don't know. I had something in my mind. Clem's sort of fun.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she'd do that song Happy because I'm happy. You know that.
That's right.
That's a fun song.
Yeah. Yeah, that is fun.
Okay.
Okay, cool.
And then what would you do?
Oh, it's got.
Would you do your anti-war songs?
Yeah. Yeah. That's a good one. Yeah, that Malia would do American Pie. I would do On the Street Where You Live. Because it just makes me sing at the top of my lungs. Yeah, Daniel would like it. Or else, what's that one? I love you, baby. Oh, you're just too good to be true. That's such. Everybody has to sing that one at the top of your lungs because it's so great. How about you, Jen?
I don't know. Now I'm just thinking about your war songs. Your anti-war songs you used to sing.
I know.
Sing Where Have All the Flowers Gone?
Yeah. I know. Well, that was back in my guitar playing days, and I knew all these folk songs, and they happen to be like Peter, Paul, and
folk
Mary.
songs.
Me too. I haven't done this in a long time. Yeah, so that's why that's all I knew how to play, except for maybe some Raffi things like Shake My Sillies Out. but we would sing all this "Where Have All the Flowers Gone" and "The Cruel War is Raging," and
Yeah.
teaching your little
500 miles.
500
miles.
miles, yeah.
Leaving on a jet plane.
Right, all the Bob
Mhm.
Dylan ones too, yeah. I know.
Yeah, but blowing in the wind, and
Oh, that's a great one.
Oh,
that's
yeah.
a great one. If I had a hammer.
Oh, that's a great one, yeah.
Come on, people now. What's up?
Smile on Your Brother.
So Get Together.
Yeah, Get
Yeah.
Together. That's
Get
by Youngbloods.
Together. That's
What's
a
his
good one.
name?
Youngbloods.
Jesse Cullen Young.
Oh.
You guys don't know
okay.
Jesse Cullen Young, you're missing out. He's amazing. Yep, I like him. So that's it.
Those are good songs. And I don't think I've heard the original to a lot of those because I just know it from your guitar.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? That's terrible.
Yeah, I'm serious.
No. Okay, at the end of this podcast, you need to put on Get Together as
Okay.
as you guys drift
maybe
out.
a copyright infringement, but
Oh,
YOLO.
it's okay. They're not going to go after us, you know? I mean, really?
Haley, it's bigger fish to fry. Yeah, like how our mom critiques Wildbow.
Oh, they used our song. We're gonna get them. What? What's an
That's anything
appropriate?
we can put a link.
What's an appropriate war song though for this episode? There must be one. All those ones you did. Get Together was just one of our songs. We did that all the time.
I feel like some of the songs will be pretty appropriate later on, but I'm trying to think of some for this episode. I don't know, Mom. Keep those in your pocket.
Does it get worse?
Does it get worse?
Oh no!
What a question. What do you think the answer to that is, Mom?
Oh my God! Just tell me the choir doesn't come back. I never want to see them ever again. Nope, I don't want to see them again.
I don't want to spoil anything.
Good.
I don't want to spoil it.
No, because I'm not ready for them. They were, yeah.
Can you imagine anything worse than the choir?
No, unless all you guys join it. I mean, maybe is that
all you guys? Like, yeah, me and Malia joined the Hungry Choir. That's what we're gonna sing in the car.
I told
that
you this
song
thing becomes real. Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's horrible.
Oh, that'd be a bad song. Yeah.
Yeah. Don't do
be a
it.
bad song.
Yeah. Gosh, can we do another question? Now I'm upset about the Hungry Choir. Doggone it.
All right. Waterfall asks, when Clem begs Avery for answers, Avery refuses to help her. Do you think that was the right decision? What would you do in Avery's situation?
Okay, I would just say it's kind of the chicken way out, but yes, that's absolutely the right decision because you don't want to be responsible for Clem, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, no, that was the right thing to do.
Yeah, I feel like it's just really hard because I think that if she, I mean, I don't know. Part of me thinks that if she knew about the practice, she could like defend herself better or like deal with the items better, but maybe it would make like worse stuff show up for her or something, you know, like because she has to like go through Bristow and jump through all these hoops to like deal with stuff. And I kind of think like someone should tell her, but yeah, maybe not Avery. I don't know. It's hard.
I agree. Someone should tell her, but I don't know.
Yeah, because with a lot of people, like magic is real is a huge thing to foist on them, but like she knows, you know, like she knows something's up. She knows that it's not, you know, it wouldn't like ruin her life in the same way it would give her like useful knowledge. I don't know. I just remember being really torn in that section about Clem. But speaking of Clem, Captain Rhino wants to know which of Clem's items has most intrigued you so far.
Yeah, there's so many. I think I'm pretty intrigued by the books that lost their writing inside. You know, remember that it was like this word-eating bird had left her mute, unable to read, and had turned all her books into decorations. The pages white with no ink. I mean, that's pretty. That I like that. I mean,
it's pretty interesting. Really cool. Spooky.
Yeah, really. I wonder what the bird-eating, if the word-eating bird can just spout off, you know, the whole novel or something. Shit. Yeah, I bet.
You know what song you'd play around that? Bird is the word.
Oh my God, it's awful.
Everybody knows.
Ew, you guys are so irritating. You're so irritating. God, remember that
was really
one?
good, Jen.
Remember that time that thing was popular? I like the moon or whatever that
Oh,
thing was.
jeez.
Yeah, you guys were playing
Yeah,
that, and I was like, "What happened to my kid?"
That'd be kind of funny just to like pick like the worst like possible playlist for Pale and have that start just because like the moon.
The moon.
Yeah.
No, that's a good one because
We
remember
like
the
the
moon.
moon.
Because remember the moon with the bleeding eyeballs and everything.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying that like it's somewhat related, but it's terrible.
It's so terrible.
That's where you
I gotta get that song stuck in my head.
I know. Just stop.
I apologize to everyone who hasn't heard that before, and
Oh, now they need
I
to go.
guess
They need to go look it up. Just so, and it'll be in their head, and they'll hate us all. But you guys,
chopstick.
it's worse.
that's
than
got to be a
bird
magic
thing.
item of some kind, just like a playlist
The-
or a mixtape or something of just like really irritating songs. But like you have to listen to it and gives you something good, but like you have to get through all the irritating songs.
Oh my gosh, we have so many. Yeah, we've named about 5 of them today.
Yeah.
Good.
Named a
Oh,
few,
and
that's
don't
for
forget
sure.
MacArthur Park. That's a great one.
Oh man,
That's classic.
I think we've talked about that
We
before.
We have,
about that.
and
yeah,
it was pretty terrible.
yeah.
So good.
I told one of my
A lot of
I
these I
played
just-
one of that for some of my coworkers, and they're just like, what the hell is this?
Why do
Yeah.
people
A
not
lot of
know
these songs
that?
I really like. Like, I'm
Yeah.
actually pretty into most of the songs y'all find annoying.
Ew.
But
God.
Maybe that's because I'm the little sister, and so that's I
So
am
you're
annoying.
just singing about bottles of beer on the wall, and it just makes you happy, I guess.
Yeah.
I was hoping you'd be like, not that song, but apparently
I
that
like
is
that
one of the songs. Oh wow,
Oh
wow,
gosh.
that song's
Wow.
terrible.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I can't unpack that right now, so we're gonna move on. So Void Seer asks, you've seemed freaked out by Fae in the past. Did Daniel's chapter change or enhance your opinion about the Fae, since that was the closest we've gotten to being in a Fae's head?
Yeah, it might have even enhanced it. They just freaked me out. And I mean, that's the whole book has changed my whole vision of what a fairy is. They're supposed to be sweet and pretty with little wings and glitter flying off of them. And boy, these guys are just evil. They're just, yeah, they're really tricky with bad intentions. So I would stay far away
Have
from
they
them.
talked about that in the book yet?
I think so. I don't.
This is a very minor spoiler if they haven't talked about it yet, because I don't remember. But
I don't remember
there's fairy with a like uncapitalized F, which are those
and the
little pretty
stuff.
Mhm.
Oh, really? But
yeah,
are they
and then there's
FAIRY, the nice
right,
ones
sorry.
that I'm used to?
yeah,
Okay.
those ones that were with the uncapitalized F, and those have like the little pretty wings and are like little flighty things.
Okay.
And then these Fae, the FAE, are different.
But are they related?
Kind of.
No.
They live in like the same area, I think.
They're pretty different. Like
Right. But
I
they live in the same like realm and stuff, I think.
But I guess it's kind of like how, I don't know, this is a weird comparison, but I don't know, like how a dung beetle and like a lion might live in the same area in Africa. Like,
Yeah,
they're
it's
very
kind of like
different.
that.
Yeah.
Okay,
All right.
next. Sangachi wants to know, how do you think Avery or Lucy would have reacted to the eye girl if they were in Verona's shoes?
Um,
And how would you have reacted?
oh, please.
Yeah, I want to know.
I think I'd be like so scared I'd be frozen. I don't think I could even move. You know those nightmares where you want to scream and you're like, and nothing comes out? I think it would be like that kind of thing. I'd be just stuck. But I think probably the other two, I think Verona's way too accepting of, weird freaky stuff. She just it's like she's had stuff up to here and she'll see something crazy like that and be like, yeah, well, okay. And so she's way more, I think the other two would have been a little more nervous about it, and Verona's just casual and accepting of strange stuff. Yeah.
All right. Very cool. Megafire asks, if you were plunged into that kind of nightmare, either at Verona's age or now, what would it look like?
Okay, so I mean, You're asking what kind of nightmares I have. I have sometimes recurring nightmares and or really bad dreams. And there's a couple of different things. One thing that happens frequently is that I'll, I'll realize I've forgotten to go to work for like a month. And
I
Oh,
hate
geez.
that.
it's just a really
That's
bad
the worst.
feeling. Like, crap, how are you going to cover your tracks for this one, you know? And that was more like when I was a hospice nurse, and I'd be like, oh man, I bet you Mrs. So-and-so has died already. And
Oh
what
God.
am I going to
Oh,
do? I
no.
need to sort of figure it. Yeah, I've had dreams like that. And I'm like, dang, do I go in the office first or go to their house first? I need to figure out what's happened. And it's been at least a month and I just forgot, you know? And yeah, so that's like a nightmare. And it's happened with
Well,
different jobs, weird jobs, and all. Yeah, but it's usually trying to sneak my way back, acting like you know, uh, like I really wasn't missing or something. Just kind of sneaking into my desk and sliding into my chair
It's
like I
like
was
you still
supposed to be.
belong.
Yeah, yeah, like nothing happened. I must have been here yesterday. You guys just didn't see me, you know. So that's my big nightmare. Yeah, that was bad.
yeah, that's fair.
That's stressful.
It's awful. Yeah.
Yeah. Shin7 wants to know, is there a person you have met or know in real life that would be aware if magic was real? And if so, what do you think their special ability would be?
Okay, I don't know. This was hard because my friends are just all kind
Super
of
normal.
yeah, really normal. Like just nothing happens, you know? Well, stuff happens even to normal people, as you guys know, but still it's kind of normal. But I thought first of she better not watch this, but she'd probably be cool.
You can
I thought of
say different names.
oh, I can't.
Yeah, I'm sure
No.
you could make.
No, I
Okay.
can't.
You have to.
I can't do
Okay.
it. So I thought of Denny, and she's like this friend that's probably 70, and she's like
Seen some
she's
stuff.
definitely oh yeah, she's seen some stuff, and she's an old hippie, and so that's kind of why
Mm.
she's seen stuff. And if she ever gets started talking about her family, they're all they're all over the place. It's like they're in jail or have their legs amputated or just strange things, just
Hmm.
different things happen, and it's all tragic. And it's like the kids are, going to go to foster care tomorrow if she doesn't go fly over and pick them up. And I'm like, crud. It's just a lot of
Jeez.
stuff happen. No, it's so stuff happens with her and but she holds it together and she's kind of fun. And, but she's got this, awareness of it's probably because the sky's always falling on her. It's kind of this awareness
Yeah.
that,
Mm.
well, something's going to happen, but I'm cool with it because I've dealt with stuff before. So I don't know. That's
Jeez.
Denny. I don't know. What was the question? Was that any kind of answer? Not really.
Yeah,
Kind of.
so her
Yeah. Yeah.
she
No, it
just
was.
would like be able to tell when bad things are happening or gonna happen, kind
I
of.
guess so. And there's another one I thought of that's kind of fun. Malia, you might know her. It's Alana. So Alana is this really brilliant physician. Okay, she's a really good. I think she's an oncology doctor, and so she's really smart. Does all this stuff. She dresses like she's always got this huge garden hat on, and the hat will change and it's got like different flowers around
Mhm.
the rim and stuff. I mean, she's kind of eccentric, and so she'll have stuff
That's
like
great.
that. And the other thing about her is she's always knitting. I mean, she can't do anything without, she's one of those people that always has her the scarf that she's knitting in her lap and stuff. So I think that might be her special ability is that knitting, and she's going to knit different emotions into these scarves, so it could be either
Ooh.
positive or negative or things like that. And I thought of that because
Okay.
honestly this is really cool. But one time when I had a complication from a surgery and I was really sick for a while,
Mm.
these people, somebody visited me, and somebody in their church had made a prayer blanket, and on the little
wow.
tag on it, it explained, that with every little stitch and things they did on this blanket, I think it was crocheted. So little thing they did, they were praying for the person who was going to receive this blanket. I'm like, wow, that's really cool.
Really, really cool.
I thought that was so neat. So it's kind of like that kind of thing, but that she's knitting emotions into her scarves. So there.
Wow,
Cool.
that's really cool.
Oh, good. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
All right. So, Elliot and Blake Tall have kind of similar questions. So I'm going to read them both off. Elliot says, building off of Shin V's or Shin the Seventh, I guess. This question: what kind of aware do you think you would be? What about Jenny or Malia? And Blake Tall asks, if you, Jenny, and Malia were all aware, living in Sargent Hall, what sort of weird magic aware shtick would you each have?
Okay, now I'm going to skip me because I couldn't even do that. I'll start with Malia because I was so inspired by my friend Alana, and I'm like, Malia totally is a knitter, man. She isn't just a basic knitter. She learned it off the internet, and she makes like ski caps that have the person's university logo on it, stuff like that. That's nuts, and that has the Harry Potter stuff on it and all that. And I'm like, how she's really good. So that, but she would one thing she would probably do, because she and she still has one or two junk drawers at home and stuff like that, and there's all these little objects in it. So I would say that she's going to be a little bit like Clem and knit little objects into the scarves or hats she's making, and that will have some kind of power, depending on what the object is. Yeah, I thought that was neat. And Jenny, I could have gone so many different places with you. I don't know, but I just was thinking, I thought of something recently, how you made those little, she's making neon lights and stuff. You're really, really good with.
They're LED. Just I'm not blowing glass, but it still is cool.
It's really cool. And
they look,
but I mean,
LED
you're always doing stuff, with your hands that I would never attempt. I'm like, no, you can't do this. But I think her little secret thing is going to be to build trap doors and secret rooms. Just like, remember Winchester Mystery House? That's this building.
Oh,
yeah, it's really cool, you guys. And this is a real thing. There's this gun called Winchester shotgun or something, and there's a place in San Jose that was the mansion by Mr. Winchester. He lived there with his wife, who was nuts, and so she had this thing that if she ever stopped building on the mansion, she would die. So she just kept, construction went on for 50 years or so. And stairways lead to nowhere. I mean, there's nothing. You go up these stairs and open the door, and there's either a brick wall or nothing. It's just the coolest, weirdest, creepiest place. So Jenny could do all that kind of junk with doors and and she can either make it really fun where, oh, you open this door and yay, you've got a little bouncing castle or whatever, or a little or a bunch of hot tubs like the Grand Wailea that have all these little mud baths and all these hot tubs. That'd be fun. Or else you have something evil like a bunch of Doberman when you open the door that are out to bite your leg, so it depends on what you're going for. So that's yours. I can't come up with anything for me because I can't figure out what I do. I can't figure out
stamp.
I do. I can be a mad stamper that
you have magic stamps and different inks with different properties. And if you give someone a special card with something, or you even put a stamp somewhere, it's basically like a built-in diagram.
Ooh, oh, that is very cool. And I do have some stamps that look like those diagrams. Think what I could do.
Really?
I could. Yeah, next time I do cards, I know. I need to do the diagram one for whoever gets this, wins this drawing. Yes.
I think that's a great idea.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Captain Rhino wants to know, what do you think is going on with the red furs in the car?
Okay, no, I have no idea, but it can't be a good sign that there's red fur, because it brings me all the way back to that beast. And I think it might be, like his foot or her foot or something like that. And it's not good. I don't like where that's going, because it's going to lead to that dang hungry choir. And I'm not okay with that. I'm not.
Sure.
Okay.
All right. Sleeping Beluga asks, you're a good bit into the book now. Presuming that your children didn't rope you into this podcast, what would you say to get past Cheryl to read this book over others? Would you even want to recommend this book to past Cheryl? Do you think she would follow the recommendation if so?
Oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah, I would definitely recommend it. I mean, it gets your imagination going wild. It's a real fun time with my girls, where we're bonding over something that just is very unlike anything else that we ever talk about, and that's been really fun. And yeah, the only thing about this book that I would ask that I wish would happen is that Wildbow would dumb it down a little bit for people like me, so I don't always have to be like, what does that mean again? What's when they're an other or aware or, fairy versus fairy and blah, blah, blah. I mean, it's becoming a little more, I'm getting it a little bit better.
That's
Yeah,
good,
and to be
at least.
fair, most people who read this don't have to like have their thoughts recorded for all time.
Yeah,
That's
true.
for all time? Are we going to erase this after a while?
Nope.
Nope.
This
Okay,
is it.
yeah, whatever. Okay. Oh gosh. Oh, I'm not going to do the next question. Let's make it toward next.
What do you mean?
Because I don't know. Well, go ahead and ask it, but I can't remember.
Right. So I think this is related to a fun fact Jenny had a couple weeks ago, maybe a month or so ago. Jonaleth wants to know, if you, Jenny, and Malia were the three witches from Hocus Pocus, which one would each of you be? So I'll just describe them a little bit, Mom. So
Okay.
Bette Midler plays the sister who's in charge. She's really smart. She has like big red hair. She wears a green cloak, and she's like the mastermind of the whole thing.
Yeah, I think I
And
remember
she's like
her.
the lead singer in their band.
Okay.
Kathy and Jimmy plays like the overweight sister who has black hair and she has kind of a crooked smile. The other two are both like a little dumb and silly, but she wears a red cloak, and I'm trying to remember what else is significant about her, because Sarah Jessica Parker is blonde.
She's a little bit more like unsure, if that's
she's not as confident.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because Sarah Jessica Parker is the flirt. She's a blonde, and she is like always like flirting with like the random men they come across. And she's like the youngest one, I guess. And yeah.
Okay, I'll go with that then. Flirt has to be Jenny. I mean, Jenny, Jenny, you're just a natural flirt. I'm sorry. I kind of can be too, but you're, but I'm old, so it doesn't count. But you're kind of a natural flirt. Malia, remember when you were younger and I'd try to teach you how to flirt and you just didn't, you didn't get it.
Hilarious. I did not know
It was way
that.
too awkward.
No, it's
really
fine.
funny.
Like I haven't had awkward. So you're
How are you trying to teach her to flirt?
because everybody needs it's a skill that everyone needs.
No, I'm not asking why. I'm saying how. How did you go about that?
It's personal, Jen.
It was probably me complaining about how I didn't have a boyfriend, and you always had boyfriends, and Mom being like, well, you don't flirt with them. They're intimidated. They're afraid of you.
Well, she doesn't even know how at all. Like at all.
I do
well,
now.
She does now.
Well, yeah, she does now. Okay, she has a boyfriend now. You're okay. But
she has a fiance.
But but no, she didn't. I'm like, you're just.
Well, I guess it worked, Mom.
I got better.
I
got better.
So I don't know. I'll say that I'm Bette Midler because I'm more in charge. I mean, I'm bossy, and so that leaves you to be the red cloaked, unsure of yourself person. But
cool.
It's nice.
Fred. It's Jonalith's fault. Jonalith's.
Yeah.
Blah. That was kind of a fun question, though. I like stuff like that. Do you guys disagree?
Sleeping Beluga.
Okay, we're going on, yeah, because this is going on.
I think it's fair.
Okay.
Sleeping Beluga asks, what are your thoughts on Malia passing the bar?
Yeah, I'm so proud of you, Malia. I'm so proud of her.
Thanks, Mom.
It's almost as good as being a judge on Dancing with the Stars, don't you think? No,
I thought you were going to go into like a law thing for a second because you said judge and then you went right into Dancing with the Stars. So
I'm sorry. No, but and the other thing is, to me, it's kind of fun because I've already asked her and Ben like at least 10 or 15 law questions, which you've never answered me, by the way, because our family, I know, really, it's like, okay, what do we do if this happens and blah, blah, blah. And I was serious. And I can't remember what they are right now. What's the law in Texas or what's the law in Hawaii on blah, blah, blah. And so I don't know if she's really a real lawyer. She did show me the little card she got. Anyway, I'm very proud of her. I think it must be super hard and I would never want that job because it doesn't sound fun to me, but she wouldn't like nursing either, or at least she tells me.
Mm.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong though, Malia, like just I want to make sure you know this does not mean that we're stopping any lawyer jokes.
Absolutely. Yeah, no. Because that's a part of our family. Yeah.
We make lawyer jokes too. It's fine.
You do? Are they the same as ours? Kind of?
Probably not. I'm not sure.
Oh, that's fun. Lawyers make lawyer jokes. Did nurses make nurse jokes? Not too much. We make doctor jokes, probably.
Probably.
We wanted to go. I don't even know.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's for another.
That's for another time. And then I just want to say, David Hunt said, "I don't have a question. I just wanted to thank Cheryl for doing this."
That is so sweet. Thank you. I don't get it, but I'm so glad that you enjoy this because it's pretty fun. But thanks, David.
Yeah, we told them we want to encourage you because it's a long story, Mom. I don't know if you know. It's still not done. And
what? Am I like a third of the way through?
Oh no.
What does that mean?
No.
I'm not?
No.
Oh my God. Let's pick it up then. Come on, you guys.
We're on he's writing Arc 21 right now, Mom.
Ah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
but it's gonna be great.
It's so great. Yeah. Jeez.
And it's nice going back and revisiting like past parts of the story and being like, oh yeah, that happened.
That's right. Yeah.
Oh, that's nice of you guys to say. I know. Stuff happens in my life, and it's not going to
I don't even
anymore.
mean for that. It's been a while since I read that.
You read it, yeah.
Section,
but I'm making excuses for like being 2 months in between stuff.
It happens.
Yeah,
it's all right.
Okay.
But yeah, as we're wrapping up, we like to ask Mom to tell us 3 things that she's taken away from this section of the story in revenge for her asking us to tell her 3 things about what we did every day after school. So 3 things, Mom.
Okay. The first thing is flock of birds. Now that was really cool. I mean, anybody it's cool to have that imagination to think, oh, I'm going to turn this girl into a bird. But to turn one girl into a whole flock of birds, that's disturbing. I mean, no wonder she was shaken up after that. So I thought that was really neat. I wouldn't have come up with that one. I liked it.
Yeah, I felt bad for her.
Yeah, I did too. I felt bad for her. Yeah, that was rough. Don't mess with Daniel.
Yeah.
So the second thing was the female goblin with a dress woven out of her own droopy breast. Okay, I can't get that picture out of my head. I mean, I don't know what's worse, having that picture in my head or having, the moon song or, I don't know which thing.
I mean, I feel like I know which one's worse.
Well, interesting.
Okay,
I don't know.
You don't know?
Yeah, the dress is worse. It is worse. But
yeah,
just imagine that person.
We willingly would listen to that damn song.
Yeah,
like over and over.
Yeah.
What was the song you said before the moon? It was another really terrible. Oh, it was some duck or bird or the bird. Oh, that's horrible.
No, bird.
The bird is the word.
You guys are horrible. So, okay, I got something for you. So picture that lady with the breast dress, singing the bird song. Okay, try to get that out of your head. Okay, Swift, it's okay.
See, even Swiffer's upset.
I know he is. He doesn't like that. Okay, number 3, I'm just going to go with, we're going to be faster next time because we need to. So no drama in our lives for the next 2 weeks, but realistically 3. we're gonna I'm gonna read. We're gonna do this, and we're gonna see you in 2 to 3 weeks. Yes.
That's bold.
Is it gonna happen? I think
Bold.
it could. Okay.
I think it
could.
could.
It could.
So you'll be reading to the end of the arc, Mom.
Okay. I never know what that
For
means,
the
but
next
that's great.
podcast.
Okay.
Great.
Okay, perfect. All right. And so now we're going to talk about your book recommendation, which you say
Okay.
is The Accidental Tourist.
Yeah, I'm reading this one now and I'm not quite done with it, but I really, really like it. It's just like, you guys would like this book. It's so it's about a writer that writes these really boring like travel books, like the way to travel to London and hardly leave your room, you know, like for business people who don't want to do anything. And this guy he's emotionally distant. I don't know what's up with him, but he's really boring, doesn't want to, and he's just real careful and all that kind of stuff. And then his son dies, and about a year or so after, so it's a funny book, but it's also got this other stuff. And his son dies, and about a year after that, his marriage kind of breaks up and they get a separation. And that's very common as people, I don't know why I had to say that, but it is really common. If you have a child die, that your marriage might not make it. It's just everybody grieves in different ways, and it's really tough. But anyway, his life is kind of falling apart, and he meets this other girl that kind of shakes things up. And right now, stuff has happened. I don't know if he's going to go back to the other girl, but I would say yes. He's going to figure out that he likes his life being shaken up. But I don't know yet because I'm not at the end. So, but I like that book a lot. I don't remember who wrote it. Oh, what's her name? Anne something. Oh, well, it's good.
Okay. Awesome. I have to ask, I made Mom watch a terrible romance movie with me.
Oh my gosh.
What was it called? Called like The Wedding Planner or something. That probably wasn't it.
That's the
no, it wasn't
movie.
that. It was horrible, Jen.
It was about a wedding
some
planner.
Prince or princess. Who knows what it was?
It was not Prince or Princess.
Okay.
You don't even remember.
Christmas
Christmas Wedding Planner. It's called The Christmas Wedding Planner.
Incredible.
It was so incredible. It's so bad. And I made Mom watch it with me. And let me just...
oh my God.
See if I can have a summary.
Jen and I do like to watch really terrible movies together, but I think this was over the top. Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can come up with, just look at like Wikipedia if that's too long of a plot thing. Okay, IMDb. See. While planning her cousin's lavish wedding, Kelsey Wilson's world is turned upside down when private investigator Connor McLean shows up. Connor, hired by an unnamed source, disrupts the upcoming nuptials but manages to win Kelsey's heart.
Wait, didn't we talk about this on a bonus episode one time?
I think we did.
Probably Jenny.
Okay, yeah.
And I made Mom watch it.
It was horrible.
That's so good.
There was no...
Yeah, it was Joey Fatone. Yeah.
Look, there was
not
no
one of the main
chemistry
actors, but
between anybody.
He was the best one in that.
Joey Fatone was the best person in that.
Okay, so what was the best part about that movie? Which I know is going to be hard to answer.
No, I've blocked it out of my mind. I told you, I thought it was, I can't even go there, but I just
You can't even tell me what the worst part is?
No, I can't remember. That was
okay, well, I'll tell you what I think. Yeah, the worst part for me was, after, so basically at the end,
I know
spoiler
what it was.
alert.
Oh, I know what it was. Oh my God.
This is the worst part.
It's what she said to her mom.
I want to hear what you say.
It's that thing she said to her mom every time. And I'm going to...
That's not what I was going to say, but...
Okay, but that's it.
But that is annoying. Love you muchly.
Love
right?
you muchly. No, I mean, how
okay. So she wasn't actually talking to her mom. She her mom was dead.
Oh yeah,
but she kept her phone plan open so she could text her mom and stuff, which is kind of sweet. But everything
Jenny she had to do that. Wait, Malia, especially Jenny though, as a punishment. No, I'm serious. I'm gonna come and move your stuff around on your dresser if you. And so you'll always wonder if you don't text me
if it's
every day
and say
love you muchly. Yep.
Yeah, it's like she was late, you know. She was late a few times, I think, or at least once, and she would stand outside texting this long thing to her mom about like, oh, it's awful because I'm late right now and stuff. I'm like, you're literally standing outside. But no, the worst part for me was basically like the wedding is about to or it's going on, and like the private investigator just as background like bursts in and is like, I object, you know. And also just to mention, the private investigator is the bride's ex. Yeah, which is just weird. But so he like just proves that the groom was cheating on her and like knocked up a maid basically and was just a dirtbag. And so the bride like is upset and she goes outside and sits on a bench and
in the snow, her
and
little
in the snow.
yeah.
Yes,
In
and
her little
the wedding
skimpy.
planner. I mean, it was fine, but
Okay, but
yeah.
I mean,
So
it was
Kelsey,
snowing. It was cold.
yeah, it was cold. So Kelsey, the wedding planner, goes out to console her, and she says a few sentences. You know, they kind of go back and forth about like, oh, it's terrible, and then the bride's like, well, what about private investigator dude, or what's his name, Connor, I guess. What about him? And she's like, oh, I don't know. Like, I don't know if what's gonna happen. She's like, well, you know, and she like just forgets that like her fucking life changed. Her wedding day. Okay.
Ruined.
Yeah. I don't know if you remember this, Malia.
I do.
But, okay. Yeah. And so like then Connor, the private investigator, just comes out and is like, hello. And she's like, and the bride's like, I'll give you two some space. And leaves. And so they talk and they reconcile, and then the bride and her mom end up coming out and seeing that they reconcile. Do you not remember this, Mom?
Oh yeah, I do now. Yeah. No, it was
maybe you blocked it out.
So
yeah. Okay, and then yeah, no, go ahead. You can
but I
tell the rest
we
if you
were
remember.
both sitting on the bed, and I turned to you. I go, "Oh, they're not going to waste this wedding." And Jenny's like, "You just wait." And of course, they go out, and that girl hadn't said one nice thing to that private investigator guy the whole movie. But no, they decide, well, shoot, we've got the food and what was her dress? Oh, she had her mom's old dress just sitting there or something. Yeah, of course. And then
a whole bunch of people we don't really know.
Yeah, but it was fine because you know you've got food.
Your mom is dead, so who do you need at your wedding?
The singer or whoever, and so the other bride just all happy, like yay, you know.
Yeah, you get married. The bride is the maid of honor, still in her bridal gown.
Yeah, and her like. Oh, Jen.
It's just awful. It was so bad.
It was so bad. Yeah, no.
Joey Tome was great. And if you want to hear
the best part for sure,
the full breakdown of that movie without watching it, you should become a patron and listen to Jenny's full breakdown. It's pretty good.
I don't remember it, but if it's anything like the movie, okay. Let's say it's not anything like the movie because the movie was terrible, but it's entertaining.
Great time.
I don't know. It's a great time. All right. Well, we're going to talk about our giveaway. And I feel like I don't remember who won it last time, but we try to give away cards after these episodes. My mom makes handmade greeting cards, does a lot of stamping, tries to make it relevant to what we've just read. So try to comment on our Reddit post after we release this episode, or tweet at Pale Comparison with hashtag our mom critiques Wildbow. And we'll see if we can give one of you a card.
Woo. Me?
You.
Thanks for listening. Is that it? Thanks for listening.
Yeah.
I know. No, it's not a question. Thanks for listening. If you enjoyed this episode and you'd like to help support the podcast, please subscribe, share it with your friends, and leave a rating and review. If you'd like to support Wildbow, go to patreon.com/wildbow. And if you want to support me, check out my blog at www.createwithcheryl.me.
You can also check out Pale in Comparison, a podcast where Malia uses her knowledge of Pale to guess what happens in Pact, one of Wildbow's other web serials, and I try to not give anything away. In addition, check out all the other great shows in the Doof Network and support us at patreon.com/doofmedia.
You can follow us on Twitter at Pale Comparison, or send us an email at paleincomparisonpod@gmail.com. Also, be on the lookout for a Reddit post where you can share your thoughts on this episode and enter the giveaway. Well, that was fun, and see you all in 2 weeks, I guess. You heard it from Mom.
Yeah. Better do some speed reading.
I know, man.
Yeah, we'll be reading to the end of Arc 5, so woo.
So get on it.
I know, shoot.
In a loving way.
I said 2 to 3 to be fair.
Okay. Well, I mean.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Love is but a song we sing, fears the way we die. You can make the mountains ring, or make the angels cry. Though the bird is on the wing, and you may not know why. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love one another right now. Come on, people now, smile on your brother, everybody get together, try to love